We all love an action-packed movie with a classic shootout, but have you ever stopped and wondered how scenarios like this would turn off in real life? Well, among high-income countries, the United States is responsible for 80% of all gun deaths in the world. 86% of all women are killed by guns, and 87% of all children younger than 14 are killed by guns. These violent gun scenes in action movies are happening every day in our own country. According to new data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, more people died in 2017 from firearm injuries in the United States than in any other year since at least 1968. There were 39,773 deaths in 2017. That is 1,000 more than the year before. For those of you that may not know me, my name is Keller Vasquez. I am a normal, outgoing, annoying, and playful teenager. I currently enrolled at Bishop Moore Salesian High School as a junior. I live a typical high school student's life. I wake up at 6:30 every morning. I get to school at 7. I spend 8 to 10 hours at school. I usually get home around 5 or 6. When I get home, I watch YouTube or play video games due to the procrastination on homework. On a smooth, easy day, I would fall asleep at roughly around 9:30. Life seems great for me, but all of this changes in a matter of seconds. It was a regular season with the kids and a normal day in my life. I was in lunch eating and talking with friends. I decided to open Instagram, and I was stunned to see the unbearable news of another school shooting in the United States. On May 18, 2018, Santa Fe High School was evacuated when firearms were pulled at 7:45 a.m. after students said they heard gunshots. The shooter started in the school's art room, then went through the art hallway. 10 people were wounded and 13 people were injured, including the perpetrator. The shooter had a Remington 870 shotgun and a .38 caliber revolver. For a while after hearing this, me and many other students across the nation lived in constant fear. After looking at reports and stories on events related to this, I realized there is a flaw in our right to bear arms. It is simply too easy for anyone, including minors, to easily obtain a weapon due to the lack of the endorsement of this law. This may not seem like such a profound issue to many of you who do not face this fear on a daily basis, but being in school for 8 hours, struggling to concentrate on your work due to the paranoia of being hurt, results in a diminished attention capacity and consequently, a decline in academic performance. It even gets to a point where attendance to school in general is affected. Students will decide to not attend school so they can at least feel some sense of safety at home. For example, a student might think that carrying a weapon of their own around with them will make them exempt from threat. But this would just be the same story of students getting hurt with weapons all over again. From the time that I have spent in the Peace Cats program, I have learned many life lessons. One of the most impacting lessons I have learned is to fight for what I believe is right and do whatever is necessary for these problematic situations that I believe are important to my community are publicly unknown and addressed. I have applied this life lesson many times in my life. For example, this past Christmas, I participated in Project Santa. Project Santa is a yearly event that my school does for the children of our community. Many young children do not have the privilege to receive a present for Christmas, so we provide them with a gift on this day. We provide them with the chance to meet and take pictures with Santa and the Grinch, and be part of other activities like dancing, coloring, eating, etc. We do this to provide these kids with a taste of a happy childhood, since many of these kids come from a broken home. I'm not asking you to be Santa and give students what they need personally, but I'm asking that you stand up to make these rights stricter and restore a safe, productive school environment for children. I can't do this on my own. Join me and others to start a strike for those laws to be enforced. Our voices are loud together. Take the time to facilitate the process for those students who are striving to earn a high-quality education. Thank you.